Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Washington football team. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Greg Stroman on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was taken.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Haskins. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
Makes this Washington 7.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Second and 10. Now Murray off play action. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On play action, it's Murray. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That was so well-timed. Just a perfect throw on the slant.
Hit him on the move, didn't he? Now he's going against the grain of the defenders coming over to try and stop him. That allowed for that additional yardage downfield.
Goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Again, it'll be Freeman. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Devontae Freeman. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And on the return, Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix it.
We want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Gibson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Play. 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Now Haskins to throw it. And he finds McLaurin. A couple of second-year guys, Haskins to McLaurin for a Washington first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Washington.
On first down, it's Gibson. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 33 and a first.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. And a Washington first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. He will push his way down to about the 14. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown, Washington.
Steven Sims Jr., his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And Washington has taken the lead.
Makes this
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And now look at him go. The 30, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Stroman on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now Haskins on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete.
Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Cardinals take over first and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Murray now on first down. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get a terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Murray escaping the pressure right. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, even I can figure out that DeAndre Hopkins is clearly one of the best receivers in the game. Over the last 3 seasons, over 1,100 yards in each season. And don't forget, defenses have been keying on him each and every snap. This guy produces no matter what the situation, no matter what the coverage. Just find him and get him the football.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a fourth down. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Play fake. Murray steps away. Fitzgerald on the slant. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. He missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
10 at the 31-yard line.
On second down, here's Haskins. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The sack by Terrell Suggs. Now Charles dealing with a third and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. Third and long after that last sack. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Haskins, third and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Freeman, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. On third down, Devontae Freeman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Ryan Kerrigan in on the stop.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
It's 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Murray now. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Chase Young in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
29-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Returns. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
29-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He's crossing. He's checking crack.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Out to his left. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. picked off at the 39. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So, and the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
The tackle.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Off the play fake. Murray. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
That's pulled in at the 32. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Haskins. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown, Washington.
To number 83. Touchdown.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, 82 yards. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
34. Cardinals 29.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Haskins will throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
1st down, Washington.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Antonio Gibson.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 33. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And a give this time to the tailback. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah,
and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receiver guys like we're watching here are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
A gain of a yard. First down, Washington.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Haskins out of the gun. He gets it to Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 27, Haskins letting one go deep for the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Murray now to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Intercepted by
if you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique. it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team in a huge way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the carry, it's Love. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Haskins to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Terrell Suggs in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
And it's 3 and out.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins, he'll air this one out deep for Sims. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back.
Turnover on down.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At their 48-yard line.
To throw is Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Murray going to throw. Going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. He'll let it go deep for Freeman. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the rough color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
On the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He was brought down.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First down, Washington.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Haskins going to try to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington!
Complete.
Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
49-yard line.
Now Murray off play action. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, an 80-yard touchdown. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
The extra point is
looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And he returns this to the 22.
Andy Isabella on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call?
And my goodness, another interception. Sean Davis with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And they take a knee.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Today's finals, Washington.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.